Well, it's time to get a few things done. My neighbor's got an online auction that's going to be going on this week, and so we need to move some stuff around, some personal items, so let's head over there. Bison are over there hanging around that small pond. So like I mentioned before, my neighbor is still living at that property that we purchased. So he's gonna have an online auction for all of the remaining stuff in the barn, and they're coming out Monday. So we're gonna go out there and move some of our personal items around so that nothing gets mixed up. All this stuff over here, all these boards, all this miscellaneous stuff, this is all going to go up for auction. Everything over here, and it'll be gone hopefully this week. But this over here, all these doors, those are actually for this barn, for both ends of it. And then all that trim over there is for the trim on the outside. So we need to move all that over to this corner where we have a lot of the stuff that we started moving in. So all this stuff is ours. So we need to kind of separate it a little bit. So all of this trim should be to the barn. You can see some of the different colors, like the white, that's the opposite side. So it's just like this wall, how it's white, and then the other side is red. So most all of this trim should be red. It's basically, some of it is things that he didn't finish on the barn that we need to go through and put up, and then some of the other ones are just extras. Well, Philip came over and said we don't need to move those garage doors and all the hardware and everything. That's ours. He said he already talked to the auction people on that, and so they're clear on that, not to mess with that. So, have a couple windows over here to move, and I think that's about it. Everything else is going to go up for auction and should be cleared out of here in the next couple weeks.
What you doing, Oli? What are you doing?
These windows go to the house. He put some big panes in there, window panes that broke. So he bought those but never got them installed. There's a lot of just loose ends, that we have to finish up. He did a lot over the course of the last 15-20 years that he had this property, but there's a lot of loose ends, like I said. So these old trucks are going in the auction this week too. He already got that dump truck sold. A lot of it's taken care of already, but over the course of the next couple weeks, we should be getting this all cleaned out. What? Ollie's trying to be a good guard dog. She's not very intimidating though, sorry to say. I would say all bark and no bite. This patio is pretty cool. He built a waterfall here that goes down into the pond. If you can see it here, he's got the exit here, and then it steps down. These big old rocks go all the way down into the pond. This will be a blast for the kids this summer, I'm sure. This will be the hangout fishing hole. So this deck here overlooks the pond right outside the house. That's pretty deep. It's really clear, and so right in the center, over by the spillway, he said it's somewhere around 14 foot deep. This is a nice spot here. You could almost take a jump and dive in. I don't think I will though. These windows are what we will have to replace. Those are the ones that broke, that we have those replacements up in the barn that we moved. That one and this one also. I love where he put this house, nestled in the cedars. It's nice, quiet, peaceful. Kind of reminds me of Colorado a lot. Funny how it's being put in the cedars, but this is Kansas, southeast Kansas. He left this big commercial electric box, and I think we're gonna take and put it over on our other property over there and use it as a generator box. I measured it out and I think it'll be just the right size. Might have to modify it just slightly, but it'll be a really good generator box. You can see the bison grazing from over on this side of the property. It's really kind of picturesque seeing them grazing up in the snow. It's been pretty cold out. Last night I think it was about 6 degrees. The kids broke the ice for the bison, and I think it's gonna warm up today. It's supposed to be in like the 40s, and then I think even up to like 65 tomorrow. Crazy winter. That's what I need. got the old jack to the trailer off. That was all bent up and it was dragging the ground. We got a new one. We're gonna see if we can weld this one on. Well, I thought I was gonna use my new stick welder on it, but decided I want to use the wire one. So let's go get that wire welder. Okay, I like that. Now we just need to put the welder stuff away. I need to go ahead and rope this area off. That way the guys that come up for the auction know not to mess with this and not to sell it. Well, I realized I didn't have any rope over here. So let's go drop this trailer off and then grab some rope to rope that off. Well, that'll just give them a visual barrier of what is mine and what they can't sell. It's a little cold today. It was pretty cold last night. And with this barn door open and this one open, this thing is like a wind tunnel. It's pretty cold in here. It'll probably be pretty good for summer. Really good ventilation. All this temporary fence stuff we took out needs put in the barn too. I think we'll pull the truck around. It'll be nice once this barn is empty. That way we can actually get this thing organized instead of just putting it in piles. We can have a fencing station, a welding station. It's gonna be nice. There's one more thing I need to do today over there, and I'm kind of dreading it. I don't know if this is gonna work or not. Let's go find out. So this is where we had the garden last year. It was probably, I would guess, maybe 20 by 15 or something like that. As you guys know, pricing of everything at the grocery store is going up. So Heidi and I made the decision to go considerably larger this year. On our old ranch, we had a garden that was about a 30 by 60. So we wanted to try to emulate that a little bit. So we're going to move the garden to this back area right here where you can see that post, and we're going to go all the way to that post there. The shipping container is in the way, so the shed is in the way. So that distance from there to there is 67.5 feet, and from there to the fence line is going to be 31.5. So by the time it's all tilled up, I think we're gonna be somewhere around 30 by 60. I got a buddy coming over this week with a tractor, and he's gonna till it up for us, but I gotta get this shipping container moved. The issue is it's pretty cold today, but it's just over freezing, so the top layer is a little slick. We're gonna try to move it with the truck in four-wheel drive. I tried moving it with the Excursion before, just dragging it one way. It wouldn't budge, but I didn't have four-wheel drive. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna hook onto a corner of it and see if we can scoot one corner, then the other corner. Hopefully this works. Because it's slick, we've got it going for us that it might slide good, but because it's slick, the truck might not pull it either. So let's find out. Well, that's what I was worried about. It's a little too slick. I might hook onto the tractor and the truck and see if it'll pull it, but that tractor isn't very big, so she might be stuck there till I get a skid steer out here for the fence. Well, that's the second time trying to move that thing without the skid steer. I put it in place with a skid steer, so I lifted one end up and then pushed it and pulled it around, and it didn't have any issue whatsoever. But tried moving it with the Excursion in two-wheel drive, didn't work. Tried that in four-wheel drive and four low, it just spins tires, and then hooked onto that tractor. It doesn't have enough weight or power, so I guess it's gonna stay there. The problem is we're putting our garden here, and my buddy is supposed to come and till this week. So probably gonna have to postpone that and get a skid steer out here here pretty soon, get it moved. The fence has been running good ever since we took this fence offline, so I'm very happy with this and the way it's set up now. We just need to get all this barbed wire out. So many odds and ends that I've got to tackle before we start fencing. I got a buddy of mine working on the oiled field pipe. He's supposed to be getting a whole bunch of it delivered to me, and he's working on the arrangements of that. So we're really kind of in a holding period until we can get that pipe. As soon as we get that pipe, we'll start digging holes and start getting that front field done. So we got just a lot of odds and ends that we're trying to take care of until then. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next time.